Okay, good morning, all of you. So, what was the last question that we discussed yesterday? Lokesh, can you tell me, Lokesh, this was?
Sir, it was 5 dy of t by dt plus ny of t equal to 2x of t, and input was e power minus t u of t.
Okay, thank you. So, for that, the particular particular solution was k e to the power minus t. Till that, I have discussed it. K e to the power minus t, and the natural solution. What was the natural solution? Y n of t. Natural response was 1 e to the power minus 2. Okay. Now what we have to do is we need to rewrite the given equation and substitute our particular solution and find the value of k. So the given equation was 5 into dy by dt plus 10y of t equal to 2x of t. It was a given equation, right? So put 2 in 3. Put 2 in 3. Why we are doing like that? Because to find the value of k in the particular solution, we got a constant k, isn't it? K e to the power minus t from the table. So for that, to find the value of k, what we are doing is we will substitute the particular solution in the given equation. So it will be like this: 5 into d by dt of k e to the power minus t plus 10 into k e to the power minus t is equal to, what is your x of t? What is x of t? X of t was e to the power minus t. So 2 e to the power minus t. U of t can be neglected because u of t is 1. Now after taking the differentiation, the equation will be 5k. K is a constant which can be taken outside. Differentiation of e to the power minus t is minus e to the power minus t plus 10k e to the power minus t is equal to 2 e to the power minus t. From this, you can take e to the power minus t as constant, correct? E to the power minus t can be considered as constant. Considered as common factor. So, within the bracket, you're having 5k plus 10k, correct? Equal to 2 e to the power minus t. So, e to the power minus t gets cancelled from both the sides. So 10k minus 5k is 5k equal to 2. So k is equal to 2 by 5. So this is a value of k. After finding the value of k, what you will do? You can substitute the value of k in this equation and rewrite your particular solution. So your particular solution y of t will become k e to the power minus t, that is equal to 2 by 5 e to the power minus t. Now, what is a force response? Yesterday, we discussed about the force response. Force response is nothing but the sum of natural response and particular solution. So, we have to add these two equations. Clear? So, force response by f of t is equal to natural response by n of t plus particular solution by t of t. We already got the natural response, that is C1 e to the power minus 2t from first equation, plus your particular solution is 2 by 5 e to the power minus t. This is your forced response. Now I can represent it as equation number 4. But we don't know the value of C1 here. So in order to find the value of C1, what we have to do? We have to take our natural conditions. Since it is given zero state response, correct? By finding the forced response, while finding the forced response, always we have to take initial conditions as 0. Okay, initial conditions will not be considered, only input will be considered while finding the forced response. So initial condition 0 means it is called as zero state response. So to find the zero state response, what I will do, I will assume the initial condition as 0. Okay, so initial conditions will be assumed as 0. So put this condition in equation number 4. Apply this condition in equation number 4 so that equation 4 can be written as 0 is equal to, correct? 0 is equal to C1 e to the power 0 plus 2 by 5 e to the power 0. That is 0 is equal to C1 plus 2 by 5, or C1 is equal to minus 2 by 5. So students, please keep it in mind. Ensure that while finding the forced response, we will not take any initial conditions. Initial conditions will not be available in the question also. We have to take it as 0 and find the values of C1, C2. Here you are having only C1 because it is a linear equation. The characteristic equation you can observe. In the previous class, we have done that. The characteristic equation is a linear equation having only one coefficient, that is C1. That is why we were finding only C1 here. Now, after finding C1, what you will do? You will be putting in this equation so that your forced response equation will now become minus 2 by 5 e to the power minus 2t plus 2 by 5 e to the power minus t. This will be your final answer. This was given as your homework. I hope you have done that. Any doubts, please refer to this, and if there is any corrections, accordingly you make it. I will explain once more. Already we have got the natural response yesterday, C1 e raised to minus 2t, and particular solution is also taken from the table according to the given value of the input. What was the given value of the input? Given value of the input was e to the power minus t u of t. Okay, u of t is assumed to be 1. So it is e to the power minus t. Based upon that, your particular solution will be a e to the power minus t from the table, which is given as equation number 2. After finding the particular solution, you need to find the value of k. Further, what we will do, you will be putting that equation number 2 in the given differential equation. And after putting in the differential equation, finally we got the value of k. Okay. Once you got the value of k, you can again substitute in equation number 2 so that you can rewrite your particular solution by replacing the corresponding value of k. Then you know that the forced response is equal to natural response plus particular solution. That is why your natural response is C1 e to the power minus 2t plus forced responses, particular solution is 2 by 5 e to the power minus t, which is given as equation number 4. In this equation also, one quantity is not obtained, that is the value of C1. So to find the value of C1, we will assume our initial condition as 0. Why we are assuming it as 0? Because this is forced response or zero state response. Okay, while calculating the zero state response, always we will put the initial condition as 0, and accordingly we will find the value of C1. And after finding C1, we will come back to equation number 4 and substitute the value and rewrite the final answer. Students, any doubts, please ask. Okay. Before going to the next question, let me tell you something about your assignment question. That is many doubts you asked regarding the third question. Okay. Already I have explained in the class, but I think you people have not taken down the particular point. If in a set x of n is given like 1, 2, 3, 4 without any arrow mark, then it is understood that the first sample should start from origin. Okay. If I put an arrow mark here, it indicates that the first sample is at -1, so second sample is at origin. If there is no arrow mark, it is understood that the first sample will always starts from origin. Correct. Otherwise, I will put an arrow mark or I will specify the sample to at origin. Okay. sample or amplitude 2 will be at origin like that I will specify, or else I will put arrow mark. If nothing is mentioned, it is understood that always that first sample will come at origin. Correct? No confusions? Now take down the next question. Solve d square y of t by dt square plus 9y of t equal to x of t, where x of t is equal to cos 4t. Find the forced response. Find the force response. So to find the force response or your output y of t, it is specified that you have to find y of t. But what y of t? Is it natural or forced? That is why it has been specified. You are going to find forced response yf of t. And we know that to find force response, first we should find the natural response, and then we should find the particular solution, and then we must add these two. Correct? So first of all, we are going to find the natural response. So students, all of you write the characteristic equation. Write the characteristic equation. Rohit P, you tell me what is the characteristic equation for the given equation, the given differential equation.
R plus 9, sir.
R square plus
9.
9R, correct? 9.
So
9.
9.
Okay, very good.
Sir.
Yes. R square plus 9 equal to 0. Why we are putting 0? Because in the RHS we are having input term. So first of all, we are finding your natural response. To find the natural response, what we have to do? You have to set your input as 0. Okay, that is why RHS has become 0. Now all of you find the value of R. R square is equal to minus 9. So R is equal to root of minus 9, that is equal to plus or minus 3i. Okay, or 0 plus or minus 3i. So real part is 0 and imaginary part is 3. This is a complex number. The roots are complex numbers. So what is the solution? Yn of t. If the roots are complex numbers, means solution will be e to the power minus at into c1 cos dt plus c2 sin dt. Correct? Where a is the real term and b is the imaginary term. Now, Rutesh, you substitute the value of a and b and tell me the natural response. Substitute the value of a and b and tell me the natural response equation. Rutesh.
Sir, it's C1 cos 3 plus C2 sin B, sorry, sin 3t.
Yes.
Plus 2 sin 3t.
Okay. C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t, whereas e to the power 0 will become 1. Since small letter a is 0, e to the power 0 will become 1. So you are having only cos term and sin term. So C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t. I keep this as equation number 1. This is your natural response. But we will not find C1 and C2 as of now. Later we will find after getting your particular solution. That is a difference between natural and forced response. If you're finding natural response alone, means at this point itself you will find C1, C2. But if you're asked to find the forced response, what you will do? First of all, you will find the natural response, then you will find the particular solution, and then you will add these two. Finally, you will find the value of C1 and C2 and replace the equation. Okay. So now you will go for the forced response. To find the force response, you first will find the particular solution. Particular solution Yp of t. So according to the given input, what is your input given here? Input is cos 40. So go to that table. Yesterday we have discussed. Your input is cos omega t plus phi, that formula. Okay, based upon that, what is your particular solution? Can anybody tell me after checking the table?
Sir, K1 cos 40 plus K2 sin 40.
Yes, very good. K1 cos 40 plus K2 sin 40, because omega is 4 here. Now this I will mark it as equation number 2, but you don't know the value of K1 and K2. So to find the value of K1 and K2, what we have to do? We have to write the given equation. The given differential equation. What is the given differential equation? It is given that t square y of t by dt square plus 9y of t equal to x of t. So in this we need to substitute. So put 2 in 3. Why we are putting 2 in 3? Because we are going to find the value of k1 and k2. So we have rewritten our differential equation. In that we will substitute our particular solution. So when you put 2 in 3, we have d square by dt square of y of t is k1 cos 40 plus k2 sin 40 plus 9 into, again y of t is k1 cos 40 plus k2 sin 40 is equal to x of t is cos 40. What is x of t? X of t was cos 40 as per the given question. Now all of you simplify and tell me the answer. How to differentiate? You have to take 2 times of derivative in the first term. So please be careful. So you will be retaining 1 by 1 divided by dt there, and then you will differentiate that term. Okay, 1 d by dt you will retain, and then you will differentiate this term. So after differentiating, what you will get? K1 is constant. Derivative of cos is minus sign, correct? So minus 4 sin 40 plus K2 is constant. Then derivative of sin 4 is 4 cos 40. So K1 is constant. Then we have 4 sin 40. So I'll put 4 here, sin 40. And derivative of sine is cos. So plus 4 K2 cos 40. I will put 1 d by dt in the outside because we are taking 2 times of differentiation. Okay, that is why I put 1 d by dt in the outside, and then I took 1 differentiation. Plus this and all I will keep as such. Plus 9 K1 cos 40. Just I will open the bracket. 9 K1 cos 40 plus 9 K2 sin 40 equal to, in the RHS we are having a single cos 40 term. Now again, after taking the derivative, what will happen? Here the derivative of sine is cos, so this 4 will come out here. So minus 16, isn't it? 4 into 4, minus 16 K1 cos 40 plus 4 K2 is constant. Derivative of cos is again minus sign, so you will have minus sign over there, correct? So minus 16 K2 sin 40 plus 9 K1 cos 40 plus 9 K2 sin 40 equal to cos 40. Now try to simplify this. What you will get? K1 term you combine all the K1 terms. minus 16 K1 cos 40 and 9 K1 cos 40. What is the answer? Minus 7 K1 cos 40. Again, minus 16 K2 sin 40 and plus 9 K2 sin 40. That is minus 7 K2 sin 40 equal to, in the RHS we are having cos 40. Now, how to find the value of K1 and K2 from this equation? This is a trigonometric equation. So can anybody suggest me any method how to find the value of K1 and K2? This is not a linear equation. This is a trigonometric equation. Please think and tell me, anybody. You have only one equation, but two variables. And this is not a linear equation.
Different values of t.
What is that? Can you repeat?
Substitute different values for t.
Substitute different values of t. Okay. Or else you can compare identical terms, right? That will be very easy, isn't it? Compare identical terms from both sides. That is, if you compare the coefficients of cos 40, okay, compare the coefficients of cos 40. If you compare the coefficients of cos 40, what is the coefficient in the left hand side? In the left hand side, what is cos 40 term and what is its coefficient? It is minus 7K1, and in the RHS you are having 1. From this you will get K1 as minus 1 by 7. Similarly, you compare the coefficients of sin 40. Compare sin 40 on both sides. Here you are having minus 7K2, but in the RHS we don't have any terms of sin 40. So from this, K2 is equal to 0. So whenever you have a trigonometric equation, just you can compare the identical sine terms and cosine terms and find the coefficients. Okay. Now after finding K1 and K2, what we have to do? After finding K1 and K2, what we have to do?
Substitute in equation 2.
Yes, substitute in equation number 2, where we have written our particular solution. Now, Shruti, you tell me what is your particular solution, Shruti?
Yes, sir. Yp of t is equal to cos 4t is equal to cos 4t.
Now, what is K1? This is your particular solution. From to this, you have to substitute our K1 and K2. What is K1?
K1 cos 4t, sir. K1 is minus 1 by 7.
So that we will substitute over here.
Cos 4t.
Minus 1 by 7 cos 40 plus 0. Next term will become
Minus
0.
1 by 7 cos.
Next term will become 0 because K2 equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
So Yp of t is equal to minus 1 by 7 cos 40. This is your particular solution. So I will put this as question number 4. As of now, we got our particular solution. Now we will write the forced response. Forced response Yf of t is equal to natural response plus particular solution. Your natural response was from equation number 1 you got, your natural response was C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t. You have to practice these problems. It is very easy, but you need thorough practice. Okay. C1 cos 3t plus C2 cos 4t. Then I will give you a few problems next week to practice. Plus yp is minus 1 by 7 cos 4t. Now you need to find the value of C1 and C2. So how you will find value of C1 and C2? We need to apply the initial conditions. This is a forced response. So initial conditions will be assumed as 0. So apply the initial condition. Initial conditions are 0. So y f of 0 will be equal to 0 only, which is equal to C1 cos 3t plus C2 cos 4t minus 1 by 7 cos 4t. Now, from this, will you be able to find C1, C2? We are having two coefficients. Okay, so what I will do is, I will take this towards RHS so that the equation will become C1 cos 3t plus C2 cos 4t equal to 1 by 7 cos 4t. 1 by 7 cos 4t. Now you tell me what is the value of C1 and C2. After substituting the value of 0, correct? We need to substitute the initial condition now. So C1 into cos 0 at t equal to 0. We are going to find at t equal to 0. So C1 cos 0 plus C2 cos 0 equal to 1 by 7 cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So C1 plus C2 is equal to 1 by 7. Equation number is 5. So from this we will not be able to calculate C1 and C2. I repeat, from the previous equation we got the forced response, but in this equation C1 and C2 is not known for you. I will take this as equation number 5. Okay. Now to find C1 and C2, what I will do? I will apply the initial condition. So I put a t equal to 0. And I will take this to RHS because this doesn't have any C1, C2 value. So I will take this to the other side so that it will become C1 cos 3t plus C2 cos 4t equal to 1 by 7 cos 4t. In that I am going to substitute our initial time t equal to 0 and I will get a linear equation, that is C1 plus Ct equal to 1 by 7. Make it as equation number 6. Now we will apply another
Can't we
initial
compare
condition.
coefficients here?
We will apply another initial condition, that is d by dt of y f of t equal to 0. This is another initial condition. Why you are going for two initial conditions? Because there are two values C1 and C2 in order to find out. So we have to develop two equations and solve. So to find d by dt of y f of t, what we have to do? We have to take the derivative of equation number 5. So d by dt of equation number 5 is yf, that is C1 cos 3t plus C2 cos 4t minus 1 by 7 cos 4t.
Sir, the second term, shouldn't it be C2 sin 3t? The second term.
Second term means yp you are talking about.
Sir, yn of t, sir, the natural response.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Yes, thank you. So here I made a mistake, right? C1. Yeah. So this will be sine. Please correct all of you. This will be sine 40, right? Sine 40.
Sir, sine 3t.
Okay, C1 cos 3t plus C2 sine 3t. Yeah, correct. Sine 3t. Then here we are having, okay. So there is mistakes over here. Students, all of you correct? That was sine actually. So yf of 0 was yf of 0 is equal to C1 cos 3t plus C2 sine 3t minus 1 by 7 cos 4t. Values is equal to 0 after applying our initial condition. So this we will apply t equal to 0. When you apply t equal to 0, it will be C1 cos 0 plus C2 sine 0 minus 1 by 7 cos 0 equal to 0. Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. Correct? Now after applying this, we will get C1 minus 1 by 7 equal to 0. C1 equal to 1 by 7. Have you got this? C1 as 1 by 7. Now to find C2, what we have to do? We have to take the derivative of yf of t. That is the second initial condition, and applying t equal to 0 in that value. Okay, why we are going for the second initial condition? Because we are having two constants C1 and C2 to find out. So we will take dy dt of yf of t is C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t minus 1 by 7 cos 4t. Now take the derivative of this term. What you will get? C1 is constant. Derivative of cos is minus 3 sin 3t. So minus 3 C1 sin 3t plus 3 C2 cos 3t. The derivative of cos is minus, that minus and this minus will become plus. So 4 by 7 sin 4t. In this again we will put t as 0. So all of you substitute t as 0 and find the value of C2. So minus 3C1 sin 0 plus 3C2 cos 0 plus 4 by 7 sin 0. The value is equal to 0 because initial condition is d by dt of yf of 0 can be considered as 0 because this is forced response. Since this is a forced response, we will take all the initial conditions as 0. And why we are going for the second initial condition? Because we need to find one more coefficient C2. So for that, we need to apply two initial conditions. But the initial conditions are 0. Sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. Again, sin 0 is 0. So your equation will become 3C2 equal to 0. From this, C2 will be 0.
Sir,
Now, yeah.
sir, but we already had C1 plus C2 equal to 1 by 7, so we could have substituted in that.
But you don't know the C1 plus C2 is 1. From where did you get C1 plus C2 is 1 by 7?
So
No, I
That
told
was
you
the wrong equation what you wrote.
that was
That is
wrong.
not there now.
I told you it was wrong because I made a mistake. C1 cos 3t plus C2. Actually, it was C2 sin 3t. Instead of that, I took some else. You didn't told me. Later only you told. That's why. Okay. Don't confuse. You
Okay.
just go back to your natural response and check. C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t it was. Instead of putting sin 3t, I put cos 4t. That's why. Is it clear?
yes, sir.
I think it is not clear. You go back and check the natural response output. What did you got? It was C1 cos 3t plus C2 sin 3t. So that only I took here. Okay, this was your natural response. This is your forced response. I mean, the particular solution. In that, I put t equal to 0. So what happened? This becomes 0. From that, I got only C1. I didn't got C2. I didn't got C2. That is why. Okay.
Yes, sir, yes, I got it.
Okay, okay. So just correct that. Whatever I have told you, just correct. Huh? So while copying the natural response, because it is very difficult to copy from the previous slide into this, okay, rather than writing in a book, it is very difficult while I mean using this smart board. That is why. Anyway, you be careful while copying the or substituting the natural response to your main equation. Don't make any mistakes. So after finding C1, in order to find C2, we have applied a second differential, I mean second initial condition, and I found the value of C2. So within this 1 minute, this meeting will get end. Kindly rejoin again. Now after finding C1, C2, what you will do? I will put in our main equation number 5.